All right, let's unpack something truly unexpected today. What if an act you perform, I mean, countless times a day, something as seemingly mundane as walking, was actually a profound spiritual journey?
Mm,
That's exactly the kind of hidden depth we're exploring in this deep dive.
yeah.
We're stepping into the wisdom of Imam al-Sadiq, specifically drawing from excerpts of his powerful work, Lantern of the Path, The Spiritual Walk. And we're focusing squarely on Chapter 3, titled, quite simply, On Walking.
It's really quite remarkable how this ancient text takes such a universal human experience, walking, and just elevates it. It imbues every single stride with incredible layers of meaning.
Hmm.
Our mission today really is to distill the core wisdom from these teachings, offering you a kind of direct route to understanding how, from this perspective, every single step you take can hold immense spiritual significance.
And this isn't just about, an historical document locked away somewhere.
Not at all.
It's a philosophy that genuinely has the power to transform your understanding of movement, your daily intentions, and, well, how you engage in self-reflection in your own life. We're talking about a practical framework, really, for turning the ordinary into something extraordinary.
Absolutely.
So here's where it gets really interesting right from the start. The Imam's teaching doesn't even wait for you to take that first physical step.
Right.
Right from the outset, it zeroes in on something absolutely fundamental: the power of intention.
Yes.
It argues that even a simple act like walking becomes a profound journey only if we begin with the right intention. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about why you're embarking on that journey in the first place.
Exactly. And the text isn't simply saying have a purpose. It goes deeper. It explores how this initial intent acts almost like a moral compass.
Okay.
I mean, imagine setting out on any journey in life, maybe a career path, a relationship, or even just as, a trip to the store without knowing your destination or truly understanding why you're going.
You just wander.
You'd likely wander, yeah. You might get lost or stumble into situations you never intended. Similarly, the text implies an unguided walk means we often overstep our bounds.
Overstep our bounds.
Yeah.
How so?
Well, maybe we speak carelessly, react impulsively, or simply waste our precious time and energy because there's no guiding principle behind the action.
So without that clear intention,
Yeah.
we become almost passive participants in our own lives, just sort of moving without a guiding principle.
Precisely. A clear, sincere intention established right from that first thought, it anchors us. It makes every subsequent action deliberate, purposeful, and meaningful.
Okay.
It's the profound difference between simply drifting through your day and truly navigating it with purpose. It provides this foundational clarity that shapes everything that follows, ensuring that even a walk isn't just physical movement, but an act imbued with conscious purpose.
So your intention is set. You've established why you're walking. But what happens once we actually step out? Does this philosophy offer guidance for the physical journey itself? It feels like the path beneath our feet becomes much more than just ground.
Absolutely. The text then transitions beautifully into how the actual act of walking becomes a powerful space for mindful reflection and remembrance. It gives us several profound practices.
Like what?
Well, first, there is a strong encouragement for what we might call mindful observation. We are actively encouraged to look around and truly take note of the wonders of Allah's creation. A towering tree, a fleeting cloud, an intricate insect.
So it's not just passively seeing these things, but actively engaging with them as signposts of creation, almost like a walking meditation, but with the divine focus.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. It's presented as a direct form of remembrance, a way of acknowledging the Creator through the intricate details of His creation. It literally transforms the world around you into a living scripture. And alongside this, there's a very clear emphasis on cultivating humility in movement. The teaching encourages walking with humility, not with mockery or arrogance.
Okay, humility and walking.
Yes, and to really underscore this point, the text actually cites direct Quranic advice. The Holy Quran advises, "Do not go about in the land exulting overmuch." Now, this isn't just about how you carry yourself physically, although that's part of it, of course. It's a profound spiritual reminder to avoid that pride that can come from feeling superior or overly impressed with one's own achievements or status.
Right, like strutting around.
Exactly. It's about remembering that all strength, all blessing, it comes from a higher source. It fosters this demeanor of quiet gratitude rather than, boastful self-importance, even in the simple act of putting one foot in front of the other.
So our physical posture and gait literally reflect our inner spiritual state.
Yeah.
It's an outward manifestation of an inward humility.
Precisely put. And then there's the crucial advice to lower our gaze from things that are inappropriate to our faith and remember Allah frequently.
Lowering the gaze. That sounds restrictive.
Well, it's not about avoiding the world entirely or walking around staring at your shoes. It's more about intentionally filtering our perceptions, directing our attention towards what is wholesome and meaningful, and constantly keeping that spiritual connection alive in our minds.
Okay, I see.
Think about it in our modern world. We're constantly bombarded with visual stimuli, right? So much of it can be distracting or even harmful spiritually.
Definitely.
So this guidance feels incredibly relevant. It's about choosing where you cast your attention and energy and consciously pulling it back to your spiritual core, even as you navigate bustling public spaces.
That's a huge challenge in today's world, for sure, where distractions are literally everywhere.
Yeah.
But you mentioned something else. There's a truly striking consequence mentioned for this conscious way of walking, isn't there? It adds an almost poetic yet very tangible spiritual weight to the very ground you tread.
Yes, this is quite profound. This raises an important question. Why this diligence? Why is such an intense focus on how we walk?
Right, what's the payoff?
Because there is this beautiful teaching which says that the very physical spaces on earth where we offer remembrance to Allah, where we consciously connect with the divine, will literally bear witness for us.
Bear witness. How?
They will testify for us when we face our ultimate reckoning, the day of judgment. These places, these spots in the ground, will ask for our forgiveness so that Allah may welcome us into his promised eternal abode, the garden.
That's incredible.
Isn't it? It's a profound spiritual implication. The physical spaces we occupy become active, almost sentient witnesses to our devotion, essentially carrying the memory of our spiritual effort. It gives a whole new meaning to literally leaving your mark upon the earth.
That's an amazing thought. The ground beneath our feet, our daily paths, aren't just inanimate objects, but potential allies in our spiritual journey, holding the memory of our conscious acts of worship. But as we all know, life's roads and pathways aren't always serene, quiet places for contemplation. They can be full of what the text describes as distractions and temptations, or even the traps of Satan. How does it advise us to navigate these challenges and maintain that mindful state?
You've hit on a crucial point there. The text absolutely acknowledges the reality of these external pressures, and for this very reason, we're advised not to speak excessively or engage in meaningless chatter along the way.
So controlling speech, too.
Yes. Think about it. When we engage in idle talk, gossip, just noise, our minds are naturally drawn away from our initial intention, right? Away from mindful observation and away from remembrance.
Yeah, you lose focus immediately.
Exactly. The energy we could be using for reflection is just diverted to superficial conversation.
So it's not just about what we see, but what we say and how that impacts our inner state while walking.
Precisely. What's truly insightful here is the emphasis on internal focus and the conscious management of our outward expressions. It's a call to guard our tongue and maintain our inner quiet, even in potentially noisy or distracting environments. In a world saturated with constant communication, social media chatter, this advice is incredibly potent. It asks us to consider the value of our words and the impact of our chatter.
Does it help or hinder?
Right. Does it serve our spiritual journey? Or does it pull us away from our core purpose? The teaching makes it very clear. Our focus should be on making our entire journey, our coming and our going, an act of obedience to Allah, done to please him.
So it all ties back.
It all ties back. It's about aligning every aspect of the walk, including our speech, with that initial sincere intention we discussed earlier. It's an exercise in self-discipline and constant redirection.
This next insight, though, it truly elevates the significance placed on every single movement we make. It really brings it home. It's about accountability on a cosmic scale, reminding us that nothing we do, not even a single step, goes unnoticed.
You're right. This is where the implications become profoundly tangible and perhaps a little sobering. The text states unequivocally that every movement we make is being recorded in our book of deeds.
Every single movement.
Every one. And this isn't presented as merely a metaphorical idea. To truly underscore this point, it cites specific Quranic verses, bringing the divine weight to this concept. It says, "On the day when their tongues and their hands and their feet shall bear witness against them regarding what they did."
Our own bodies testifying.
Yes. And also, another powerful verse, "We have made every man's actions to cling to his neck." Like, it's inseparable from us.
Wow. So these verses aren't just abstract warnings. They paint a vivid picture of ultimate accountability, where our actions, even the smallest ones, like a footstep, are meticulously recorded and will literally speak for themselves.
Precisely. This underlines that every step, every intention behind the step, every observation made while stepping, and every word uttered or withheld, it all carries profound spiritual weight. It teaches us unequivocally that every step has meaning, transforming the mundane into something of eternal consequence.
It's a powerful reminder.
It really is. It reminds us that our actions reverberate far beyond the immediate moment, influencing our spiritual ledger, our ultimate outcome. It shifts our perspective from simply moving through space to actively building our spiritual legacy with each deliberate footfall.
So bringing this all together, what does this mean when we consider the full picture of this teaching? This clearly isn't just about navigating a physical space or, ticking off a spiritual checklist.
No, not at all.
It's about a complete reframing of a fundamental human action, bringing together intention, mindfulness, remembrance, humility, and accountability.
Exactly. A mindful walk, therefore, is not merely a journey from one physical point to another. It becomes a holistic journey of purpose, reflection, and ultimately a continuous movement closer to God.
A movement closer to God with every step.
Potentially, yes. This perspective truly transforms what we might consider an ordinary, automatic activity into a deeply spiritual practice, where every single step holds the potential for profound connection, inner growth, and a deepening of our faith. It's about consciously bringing every part of ourselves, our mind, body, and spirit, into alignment with our higher purpose.
Making consciousness and intention the real drivers.
Making consciousness and intention the true drivers of our movement through the world, yes.
We've really covered a lot there. We've explored how a simple, everyday act, like walking, through these ancient teachings from Imam al-Sadiq, can become an incredibly profound spiritual practice. We started with that foundational role of intention,
Crucial.
then moved to how the path itself becomes a place for reflection and remembrance through mindful observation and humility. We then touched upon navigating life's inevitable distractions.
The traps.
Right, and finally, the profound accountability for every single step we take. It's really a complete integrated framework for living more intentional, spiritually aware life just through walking.
It truly is, and this perhaps raises an important question for you, our listener, to think about after this. What other everyday actions in your own life, perhaps eating, maybe working, or even just listening to someone, if approached with the same level of intention, mindfulness, and awareness of accountability, could transform?
Transform from just mundane tasks.
Exactly. Transform from mundane tasks into deeply meaningful journeys. Something to consider.
Imagine the difference that could make to your day, to your overall perspective, and, well, to your path forward. Definitely food for thought. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today.
Thank you.
We hope it sparks some powerful reflections for you as you walk through your day.